In-person and virtual planning resources for 2020, Calumet New Tech High School. Welcome back. Just a quick summary of what we'll be discussing. All courses should be usable both for in-school instruction and also for e-learning. Remember, they must be online accessible and also online submittable. It is best to not always depend on links to resources, but embed the resources in Echo whenever possible. This makes it easier for students who are remote to link to the resources. There are two simple settings to require mastery on an assignment before proceeding to the next one, and these will be demonstrated. New Tech Network has provided templates, new rubrics, and toolkits. You don't have editing permission, so you must file, make a copy, and drive, and that one will be editable. In the facilitator materials folder in each project, you must have a toolkit, project rubrics, and a project calendar. Also, the new unit template for secondary schools is available on Echo. New Tech Network has many resources for teachers and facilitators. This quick guide is very good for new teachers and also for experienced teachers because it has many links for information on new virtual learning techniques. New Tech Network has updated learning outcome rubrics and updated templates. These are available in the New Tech Network Help Center, which has, as you can see, many resources for you to use. If they're underlined, they're active. As you see here, elementary does not have this rubric, and you can just scroll on through and choose what you need. There are more resources down here. These are rubric templates where you can fill in your own information. They are not preset. Now, our major focus today will be how to require mastery before proceeding to the next assignment. Let's say you have some assignments that you want completed in order. You want the students to achieve mastery on each assignment before proceeding to the next. Note that these assignments do not have to be actually located in sequence in your Echo course or even near each other. The settings that you choose will determine in what order the assignments must be done. So in this example, we're going to use Write This 1 and Now Write This 2 as our two sequential assignments. For starters, we click on the pencil in Write This 1. That gives us the editing privileges for that assignment. In Settings, choose Advanced Activity Options. Now remember, in this setting, complete must mean passing score. This should be where you have your mastery percentage set for your school, which is likely preset for you in your domain. Remember, do not put a check mark in this box. This box does not get checked. So you're going to look like this on your advanced activity options. Use the drop-down arrow and choose Receives a Passing Score, which will determine when the assignment is deemed complete. Do not click the other box. Next, we go to Now Write This 2, which is the next assignment in our sequence. So you click the pencil, go back to Settings, choose Advanced Activity Options for this next assignment. And remember, set complete as passing scores. And we do not put a check mark in the box that says student must complete this activity before continuing to the next one. We do not click that. So it should look like this. Receives a passing score, empty box, and you move on. Now, in order to require mastery, in Settings, choose Visibility and Access and set it up the way we will demonstrate. When you're done, click Choose Activity, and when you're done choosing the activity, make sure you remember to click Done. So it will look like this. In Visibility and Access, You want to click the box that says block access until student completes other activity. Then you click choose activity, otherwise Echo has no idea which activity you're talking about. When you click choose activity, you get a screen that looks like this. All of the arrowheads on the left, if you click them, they will drop open the folder and you can choose anything in there. So in this case, we're going to choose Write This One because that's the one we want to be completed first. Remember to click the blue Done at the bottom right. You do not put a checkbox in this advanced activity options screen that says student must complete this activity before continuing to the next one. No, you do not click it. It should not look like this. It should not be yellow because this is designed for continuous self-paced courses, and we'll look at those in a minute. So here you go. When do you use this? If you want to have a continuous course. In a continuous course, the students self-pace, and in those courses, you can use this setting. If you set mark as complete when the student submits the activity, it prevents your student from going to the next activity before doing the one in question. It does not, however, require mastery. So if the student gets stuck, doesn't know how to do it, they can submit just about anything in the Dropbox. They can submit a question to you asking for help. And then when they submit the assignment, you can give feedback and give them a redo on the assignment. So this is the only time you should use this setting. If you use it when you're trying to require mastery, it will shut down every assignment that's located below it in your Echo course. So you don't want to have that unless this is what you're doing, a continuous course. Now, there are agenda requirements for the high school. They are in detail in this document provided by Cindy Trevino. And they include some items that we have seen before and some that are new for our new setup. So first you'll have a driving question, which will be specific for your project. Next, what will I know and be able to do? This is an idea for the student of what they are going to learn during that day's class period. We will have an SEL check, a social emotional learning check. How are we doing today? Check in with each student, either remotely or in person if they are in your classroom at that time, and just find out how they're doing and making sure everyone is okay. And we will use an entry ticket to get the students started. Now, in this document, which was provided by Mrs. Trevino, all of these daily agenda requirements are described in detail. So feel free to click back and forth to that document if you need more information on one of these items. Also, we will need a video recorded entry lesson. And this should have resources linked that the students will use, whether they are working independently, they are working with a group, or if the student missed the live class for some reason. The live lesson, as you're teaching in the classroom, should be streamed and should also be accessible via the agenda. And any independent work or small group workshop time that's described in your agenda should have the resources for that specific time linked to it in the agenda. And again, this document by Mrs. Trevino will explain each of these items, as you can see, very clearly, so you know how to set them up and possibly even which programs or options to set them up so students can access them without difficulty. In workshop time, which should be set up in the independent learning time, this should include a live Google Meets, group work or workshop, and one-on-one time where the facilitator will work with individual student or a small group of students. This should all be available on Google Meets. Have the students reliably use the Google tools like Google Meets to work together on their projects or activities when they are collaborating. Now, wrap up should be done on Google Meets. There should be an exit ticket so you can evaluate if students have performed the tasks they needed to do and if they have grasped the material that you have presented. Remember your linked and differentiated resources, in addition to support students and parents if they have missed the live class. For any questions, please refer to this document, which was shared with us by Mrs. Trevino for ways to set up these items in your agendas. Now, there is a quick guide in the ECHO help desk. ECHO has discontinued the student course for using ECHO, but all the information is now here in the ECHO quick guide. So if students and or parents wish to access that, they can. And this will allow them to figure out how to navigate ECHO. There are toolkits and editable rubrics located in the Help Center. These can also be accessed by clicking Add Activity when you're in ECHO, and then clicking on the templates. Then you go to File, make a copy, and type into the document. There is a direct link here to an editable toolkit. Here's the one that Dory made. So if your items are here, you can then just copy and paste and put them in the new editable toolkit. So feel free to access those links to see what you need to work on. Now, the multi-outcome scoring for Calumet High School is as follows. When you make your course, you set these up with these percentages. Knowledge and thinking is 50%, oral 10%, written 10%, agency 20%, and collaboration is 10%. A quick and efficient way to have students submit work through ECHO, and during this online time, quick and efficient is very helpful, is the journal entry option. So this allows the assignment response to be directly funneled to you for instant grading and feedback to the student. It lets the student submission pop up and saves a step. You can also choose to allow the student to redo the assignment in the journal entry setting. So under Add Activity, you select Journal, which is in the right-hand column, complete the settings, and save it. ECHO has unveiled a new course editor. Follow this link to look at the different changes that have been activated in the new course editor. Basically, it just sort of looks a little different. Everything is still there. What you'll find is in each folder, there is now a plus sign here for adding an activity. So if you use that plus sign and make your new assignment or activity, it will add it to the bottom of the stack of whatever is in that folder. The side panels that pop out and in, for example, here are the standards, and over here you'll find your library and other resources is now down here instead of up top. There is a plus sign down at the bottom. You'll see it on your course, and that will just add whatever assignment you're putting in right to the bottom of the stack. So you decide where you're adding and what you need. Some icons and tiles will look a little different, but that's truly just an appearance issue. So remember, if you want to add to a folder, you click the plus sign in the folder. If you want to add it just to the bottom of your course, you can go ahead and do that. Now, here's a link to something called Everything Echo for CHS. Many thanks to Dee Estrada in the middle school, because she had this written for the middle school, and I have merely edited this for the high school. It has a lot of detailed information on how to work through Echo. One thing that is notable, however, and I'll point that out here, and then we'll look at the actual document, is if you have a derivative course, so, we have those for our blocks, and that's tied to a master course, it inherits the content and settings and changes from the master course. But if you are in a derivative and you make a change in the topic, for example, if it's an honors course and you want that to look a little different, or if you want to change something about the way the assignment is worded for a certain block, when you do that in the derivative, it becomes disconnected from the master. And then for that particular assignment, not for everything, but just for that one, if you change something in the master, it will not roll down to that derivative. So you can see one of the Echo admins to help get them reconnected. Or when you go to this Everything Echo, if you go down to page 10, there is a description of how to do that. So this is what this document looks like. It is called Everything Echo. And remember, it came from the middle school, thanks to Dee Estrada, which I edited to be specific for the high school. And you just kind of go through, and here are all the items that are in there. Choose what you need to do and move on from there. This is an active link. When you're in the document, you can click there and it will connect you to Echo if you're not already logged in. Now, some people need to share an item, a project, a folder, anything in the community. So the way to do this is you first have to copy that item to your library, which you can do by going to the 3 dots to the right of the name of your item and clicking copy to my library. Then enter the library by going to the community setting. That is the 9 little squares up at the top. You click that and you choose go to community. And that is how you enter the community to find your items. So when you're in your library, you click on the 3 dots, you click choose to community, or share with community. And then you'll get a document. Fill out as many blanks as you can, because the more information on your item that you're sharing, the more useful it will be. When you get to the part that asks for a license, click CC0. This makes your shared item public unless you have some reason to restrict it. And then make sure you click Update Catalog in the upper right corner. If you want to see what you've just shared, go back to your community, click Discover Content. And when you do that, it will take you to the content you just uploaded when you re-enter the community. So then you can enter a search term. It could be a name of the content, could be keywords in the title. Open it and you should see all your items. On the top, you'll have a URL. You copy that into an email with the person you want to share it with, and send it to them. And then when they click, it will take them right to the content, unless they're not logged into Echo. Then it will take them to the login page, but when they log in, instead of seeing their usual stuff, they will see your content populate the screen. So if you're kind of, feeling like that, it'll all be fine. Just let me know, and let me know how I can help you. Thank you.